Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kaiger1324 up here today with a little bit of a talking video here today. So I want to first apologise for the lack of videos as of late, because yeah, my brother's watching Liverpool play, so I don't care for football. I don't support any particular team, and that's why. So yeah, basically, I just haven't done a lot of videos lately, in a week actually, to be honest. Back on, right. And there's been reasons for it. I haven't really had a good opportunity to do one. Been quite busy. Me and my partner are actually hoping to move back down to this area at some point, sooner rather than later. Now we were talking a few years down the line. Now we're on about, a few months perhaps now. And I am really looking forward to that. And that's, for fuck's sake. And to be honest, I really am looking forward to doing it, and I think it will be a great move on our part, sort of thing. And so yeah, of course I'm here back at my mum's this week. Just me and my son this week. Heather's got to work, unfortunately, so she couldn't come down. She was hoping to have come down on Friday, but unfortunately she can't. Well, my mum and dad have got to take me back on the Friday anyway, so but I get paid tomorrow, so I can go into town with my son and my brother and that, and perhaps have a look around, see if I can find anything. Might even be a little pickups video tomorrow, who knows, we'll see how we go. But to be honest, guys, one thing that really annoyed me today, I went over to the shop in this morning, over the local shops, and they had the car boot sale. And car boot sale is like a yard sale or garage sale or whatever it is for you guys in America. That's car boot sales are just what we have here in England. They're normally just people, with their stuff in their car boots and tables of whatever, selling things. And there was a guy there selling loads and loads of games. I think he had a store. He had about 10 big boxes full of games, like there was so many PS2 games. I think it might have been either like a reseller or perhaps like or just someone that has accumulated these games over time. I don't know exactly what it was. I was going to ask if they were there locally. They were one of these people that, perhaps had a business of sorts, or even just was at this local car boot sale every time it's up there. And I should have really asked that in hindsight. I was sort of skimming through to try and see if I could pick anything out that was a little bit more rare, but I couldn't really see anything that really stood out to me. But I was kind of annoyed because I didn't have any money, got paid tomorrow. So if I would have had money, I've no doubt I probably would have picked things up. But they had consoles as well, like Xboxes and things like that, PS2s and stuff like that. A few PS1 games, PS3 games. They had God of War sealed for sale, so obviously they didn't want that. Which makes me to believe that whoever was selling had a small gaming shop or something was in that sort of line of work. But their prices were pretty decent. I think the PS2 games, it say something like 3 for £2, which is a pretty fair deal actually, to be honest. The weirdest thing that I saw that was The Sims on PS2, but the Spanish version. It said a Los Sims. Why that's interesting, I don't think it's interesting. It was just something there that I haven't seen before. I wouldn't have got it. I already have the Sims. It probably would have just been the Sims. It just had a Spanish cover and manual, or I think it was Spanish. Los Sims sounds Spanish. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm doing that on Monday. Tomorrow, probably go in town, have a look around, see what there is. Tuesday, meet my mate Ryan, of course. The dickhead. Yep. Yep. I know, that's why I don't watch football. We're going to go out bowling, I think. Go bowling, play a probably game of bowling, chill in the arcade, have a few drinks, that sort of thing. Be quite nice actually. I was a bit like at first, like, oh, I don't particularly know because of he was on about in the evening, and then obviously I was like, you know what, no, yeah, no, I'll be alright, I can go. My son's in bed by 8 anyway, so no doubt he'll be asleep while I'm out anyway, so that won't be an issue. Um, but yeah, I had a really bad night's sleep not yesterday, the day before. Um, I hardly got any sleep, so, but yeah, I've been a lot better today, so can't really complain. Just don't know what to do at the moment, really. It's just one of them in the moods. Um, I don't particularly really know what I want to talk about, to be honest. Um, what's new in the gaming news? We got E3 coming up, and of course there's all these leaks and things online. Particularly things like a new Assassin's Creed game. Wouldn't be a surprise, to be honest. They always bring new ones out. Of course, you've got your things like your Call of Duty, your Battlefield 5, etc. Not really interested in that. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be there. There's things going around that there could be a new Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls 6 could be announced. A new Splinter Cell game as well. Not that I particularly don't really play any Splinter Cell games before, so I don't have any attachment to Splinter Cell. Um, Gears of War 5 was on there. That could be interesting if there's a Gears of War 5. To be honest, though, I haven't really played a lot of Gears of War 4. I think the Gears of War game that I played the most was Gears of War 3, to be honest. Not that I don't like 4, I just don't play it that much, to be honest. I might occasionally go on it with my mate when to play Horde or something, but other than that, I mean, I like the Gears of War series. I think it's one of the best cover-based shooters. In fact, it's the game that really made cover-based shooters well known and work really well. One game that caught my eye was Rage 2. If you don't know what Rage is, it's a really, really good game. It's kind of like a mix between Mad Max and, say, I want to say things like Fallout or Doom. It's made by the same people who made Doom, id Software. I thought I got called. It's made by the same company made that game, and it's a really good game. It's kind of like a first-person shooter. It does remind me of Doom, the play style of Doom, and it's got sort of like open world elements to it, big wasteland. So it's got the Fallout Mad Max style thing. You can drive cars and do races and things like that. It's a really good game. I recommend it. It's dirt cheap now. You can get it for a couple of quid or a couple of dollars for you Americans or euros or whatever you use, I guess. Very cheap game, and it's also on the Game Pass, and I believe it's on PlayStation Now, so if you have PlayStation Now, you can play it on that, and I believe it's on the Game Pass as well. Really fantastic game. So a second one would be really cool to see. I'm hoping that we do get something new this year, something that we haven't heard news about. Like Days Gone has just they've been talking about that, the zombies game Days Gone, and obviously I've got a PS4, so I can get the exclusives, and that game looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it does look like a pretty good zombie survival game, which is something. It's crazy with all the zombies and that are there. Of course, I'm going to be getting Space Hulk this month, hopefully. Deathwing, Space Hulk, of course, originally a strategy game, and now it's a sort of first-person shooter with upgrades and things. I believe it's almost like Vermintide, but a futuristic one, and instead of evil rats, you're killing the Tyranids, which is an alien race. And Tyranids are very much like, say, the Xenomorph style of alien, very evil looking, big claws and things like that, and spikes and things like that. But I think it's the same gameplay style like of Left 4 Dead, where you've got the special enemies and and then you've got your horde of enemies, and then you've got your special enemies. I haven't really seen it. It's been out on PC for a while, but of course they're bringing out the enhanced edition, and obviously for PS4, and the PC version is also getting an enhanced edition. And if you already own the original game, you'll get all the extra enhanced features in an update or something like that, which is pretty good. Which is what games should do if the original has been brought out with a remaster or a reworked version of the game. The original should get the update in order to get that stuff if you own it. And it does annoy me when they bring out these sorry, I'm still getting over a cold. It does annoy me when they bring out these Game of the Year editions of games like Fallout and Skyrim and stuff, and you've gone out and you've brought all the DLC individually, and then they bring out the game again for half the price of the original game. I see. You're a dick. You really think I want some? Do you want some? Do you really think I couldn't see you? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It's not really going to be an E3 game. But Rage 2 really looked out for me. And one thing that people really saw, because there was a leak from Walmart of Canada, had a listing of games, and Borderlands 3 was on there. That's one obviously my brothers are really hoping for this year, E3. I like the Borderlands series, but I've never really put a lot of time into the games. I played them, but I don't put a lot of time into them. And of course, I want to get the PS4 Handsome Jack collection so I can play it with my brothers. Perhaps I'll pick it up tomorrow in town. We'll see. But yeah, one thing that this leak came out online, and a lot of people pointed out that it said Forza Horizon 5. Now, there's no Forza Horizon 4. Now there's only one thing that I can explain that could mean what they mean by Forza Horizon 5. Now, there was Forza Horizon 1, 2, and 3. You know, the 1 and 2 on the Xbox 360, and then the third game was on the Xbox One. Now, the second game had a standalone version of the game which you could download, which was Forza Horizon 2 Fast and the Furious, which was a standalone version of the game. It's free now, so if you want to download it, it's still free, I believe. So maybe that's why, because there's technically four Forza Horizon games. That's the only thing I could do. Or it was a typo. You know, it's a typo. But whether you want to believe these online leaks is down to you. I was just checking how much time I had on my camera. Because I do I profiled my DVDs now, the annoying thing is the covers have to download from the internet to your phone, which is really annoying, but it's the best profiling app I have on my phone and the best one I can use. I think it's called Movie the UK or something like that, Movie Tech or something, I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's what I profiled on my DVDs. I profiled all my Xbox 360, all my Xbox One games, my PS2 game, PS1, PS3. I've just got to profile the EA Access games from my Xbox One. Then I've got to do my PS4 games. I've got to do the PS Now list. And then I've just got to do the rest of my games, and then everything's profiled. I'm on about nearly 2,000 games so far. And I've still got about 4 collections to go through. So I'm guessing I'm going to have about 2,500 to 3,000 games in total. I do factor in the Game Pass, EA Access, and PS Now. I know I don't technically own the game, but I like to put on my profile list that I actually can play the game. So if I'm in one of these moods but I don't know what I want to play, I can go on my app and just select a random game. So it's, you know, because that's something that I do, of course. And I'm sorry that I didn't get round to doing this Ghostmaster game. I definitely will try and do it when I go back home. I could have brought my capture card down with me and that, but I'm not guaranteed that the TVs are going to be compatible with it. So that's why I didn't bring it down. Now, as for any other games coming out, I'm looking forward to hearing about Warriors Orochi 4, because it could be this year. I know a lot of people don't like the Warriors games, but I'm looking forward to hearing about this one. For you Nintendo fans, there's perhaps a new Zelda game coming out. has been confirmed. So yeah, of course, I don't really particularly go for Nintendo, but I do want to get a Switch at some point. I think the one reason I want a Switch is because it's not because there's any particular games on there that I particularly want, but it's because you can actually get AAA titles and play them on the go. So yeah, the version of the game is a little bit not as powerful as the Xbox One or PS4 version, but you can play these games on the go and like handheld style, kind of like what the Wii U should have been. And yeah, like you said, well, it's got the DS if you want to play Nintendo games on the go. You have the Game Boy or DS. The only problem with that is the games often, if they're the same game that's on the big version of the console, it's not as good. That's one thing that a lot of people complain about. So I probably will get a Switch, but I prefer to get a gaming laptop next, just because it wouldn't be good just for gaming, but also for editing purposes and perhaps my YouTube channel. And I do want to give a big thanks to everyone. I forgot to mention it, but I have broken 50,000 views in total, and I really appreciate that. My next milestone for me would be 150 subscribers, so I'm hoping to get that within the next few months for me. I'm really looking forward to hoping to move. I really do hope that it goes all well and we can get it sorted. It's just one of them long processes, but the more you do, the more effort you put into it, the more likely you are to succeed in it, like in anything really. Yeah. But mango Coke, even though I don't know why you can see that, but the Coke is black. Oh, the Coke is black, but you can't taste any Coke. It's mango, and all you can taste is the mango, to be honest. You can't really taste any Coke. Well, at least I couldn't when I tasted the cans. I sort of can in the bottle, which is weird. Do you prefer canned versions of a drink, or do you prefer the bottled versions of the drink? I prefer the cans, to be honest, because it's colder. Some people say, yeah, but then you get a bit of a tin taste. But to be honest, aluminium tins, you don't really get any taste off anyway. So, some people prefer things, some people don't. I am really looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. I'm really looking forward to that game. Got my pre-order for it, don't worry about that. I really, really am looking forward for that because it's a game that I think is going to be really good. Now, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. God knows. I haven't really been playing much games lately. I started playing Terra today on the Xbox 360, and it's free to play now on the Xbox One, and PS4. But it's a PC game originally. It's an MMORPG, and I remember watching a guy called Cricken on YouTube do videos, and he reminded me a lot of Vanoss. Vanoss reminds me a lot of Cricken, really. But I remember watching a lot of him years ago, and he did a video where there was they were dressed up. There were these little dog creatures, and they were all dancing and stuff. And when I started playing this game and I saw the little fat animal creatures as a playable race, which is what I've chosen. I've chosen a little like doge, fat little doge class, and I've chose the archer. And actually it turns out to be the game that he did play, so there we go. It was a PC game, and I believe it still is around on PC. It's an MMORPG, very similar to, say, Neverwinter or Warcraft, that sort of style game. It's pretty cool. Free-to-play game, of course, microtransactions do apply if you want to pay, that sort of thing. And that's something I do want to mention, is a lot of people complain about microtransactions. Now, microtransactions are a choice, really. They should be a choice. I understand when a game comes out and there's all these microtransactions and you really need to put the money into them to get the good stuff, which you can't get by not putting money into it, that I can understand. But if a game has microtransactions for cosmetics, games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, games which, well, now it does, and games like, say, Fortnite or Overwatch. Yeah, I said Fortnite. I don't particularly like the game, but yeah, well, I don't dislike it. I just don't see what the big fuss is about it. But those sort of games, the transactions you're paying for are cosmetic, something that will not give you a boost over someone who hasn't paid in the game for something. That I haven't got an issue with, because it helps the developers to make the game better and also bring out more games like it. But it also allows you to... Oh, it's fucking bee. Fucking wasp. That's why I hate the sun. It helps the developers, and it's something you can use to customize your personal character. Now, I understand when a company brings out DLC, and the DLC is all microtransaction themed. It's all skins and things like that. That is a bit stupid. But when they bring out big story DLCs like the Elder Scrolls games or the Fallout games or even the Witcher 3 and story-based DLC, I don't have an issue with, because it increases the lifespan of a game. If you like a game and you want to play more of it, you can now do it. I don't particularly see the point in things like just new maps and things like that. That's not really increasing the lifespan of a game. That's just making you have more of a choice. Again, DLC is something which is should be down to the person who's playing the game, whether they want to pay for whether they want to do it. I can understand games these days that come out and you have to pay more money for something in the game that you really do need, like Star Wars Battlefront 1, the 2015 game. They really fucked up with that. And Star Wars Battlefront 2, they're improving it every day, you know, every month they're adding new things to it, and we are getting the 3 DLC like we have been promised and stuff like that. I know the game has sort of a kind of a bad reputation now, but I enjoy the game. The only problem I really have with it is that the loading can be really, really long. Now, I know some people say, well, if you get an Xbox One X, that should make the issue go away, but I don't want to be spending £350, £400 for a console that I can't even get the best benefits from anyway, because I don't have a 4K TV. When I move, I probably will get a 4K TV for my PS4 and Xbox One, and maybe I will get an Xbox One X at one point. But we will see how things go with that. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a good week. Sunday today, for me at least. I hope you guys have a good week, and as you can tell, it's quite sunny here today, so I can't really complain. I hope you guys have a good week, and I hope that you just give me 1 minute. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good week and get things done. Let me know in the comments below if you've got anything good planned this week. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything in particular you want to see from me. I was thinking perhaps even tomorrow when I go to town to pick up some different snacks again, some maybe different world snacks again, and perhaps doing a video of trying them. And then I could also perhaps make an ASMR video out of it as well. It's been a while since we've done an ASMR video, and I know a lot of you have been asking for an ASMR video, so excuse me. So we'll see how things go. Let me know in the comments below, is there any games in particular you're looking forward to this year? For me, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the big one. That's my big game this year. That's the one that I know is going to be, for me, Game of the Year material. I know it comes out quite late in the year, but you can't really complain about it because I'd rather the game be perfected in every way than come out earlier for our personal amusement and then only have to wait the extra months for them to patch out all the bugs and things like that anyway, and ruin sales, which a lot of games have done. Like For Honor and The Division, when the game came out, it had a lot of issues, and the player base has gone down over time, unfortunately. Let me know in the comments below if there's any particular games that you think I should play. Like I said, perhaps one day I will do a video where I show off my game list, so you guys can perhaps, or even find a way of sharing my game list, give you access to have a look at what games I own, and then picking your games out. Anyway, so yeah, I'm probably gonna go on my tablet for a bit. My brother's girlfriend's taken Logan out around the park, so don't have to worry about him for a little while. So I'm probably gonna go on my tablet for a bit or play a game on my phone or something. But hopefully there'll be a pickups video tomorrow. I'll try and get some things. I don't want to go mental though, so if I do get things, they tend to be cheap things anyway. But I do want to get something to go back with. And if we're moving, it's not a big issue, because if I get things, yeah, I might have the issue of where I'm going to put it when I get home. But I've also got to think, well, if I'm moving, I'll be able to make the room. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. And of course, feel free to comment below. Let me know about the things I've said. And let me know what your big game this year is. What you're hoping to see at E3. And of course, how you've been doing and etc. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And join the family. I'm hoping to make 150 subscribers soon. And keep supporting the channel, because your views and your watch time and your everything are really appreciative of that, of course. Sorry I've been a little bit more mellow today. I just feel a little bit more mellow today. Maybe it's the sun, I don't know. Well, maybe it's because it's a little bit more of a mellow day. So yeah guys, and of course, have a nice day. Well, yeah. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video guys. So have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye. Bye.